Hi, it's Marla at Twinstrology, and this is a little reading I'm going to do for the fall. This is in honor of the solstice that's happening on September 22nd. The sun is moving into Libra, and this marks the official beginning of fall in the Northern Hemisphere and spring in the Southern Hemisphere. So, um, a lot of you know that the video that I did for the full moon eclipse in Pisces, the tarot reading that I did, there was complications from something with YouTube and the sound is not working. So I apologize for that. I no longer have that video saved, so I couldn't re-upload it, you know. So we'll have to just let that go. Well, there is a way to watch it if you really want to, and that is if you go to the video and in the corner of the screen there's a little CC, that means closed captioning, and if you click on it, it will give you subtitles to the words that I'm saying, so you can actually read it if you're so motivated to do it. But because that video is now no longer accessible, I decided to do a little reading in honor of the solstice, and I asked for guidance for the next 3 months, so for the whole season of fall. This is my heart-shaped reading that I do. And if you would like a personal reading with me, you can visit twinstrology.com. Okay, so the first card here is the overall energy for twin flame unions over the next 3 months. And we have the Temptations card. The deck that I'm using today is called the Lover's Path Tarot by Chris Walder. In the normal tarot, this card is known as the Devil card. So what I'm feeling is that this is going to be a time for a lot of twins to really break those chains. Okay, we've been clearing and healing all year. Okay, everyone knows this is a 9 year. This is a year for us to let go of whatever's holding us back. Now, basically, we have 3 months left of this year. And then we're going to be in 2017, which works out to be a number 1 year, so a new beginning. So you have the next 3 months basically to kind of clear out those last holdover things. And this is what is going to be happening in the twin unions. Of course, the Devil card represents where you're in bondage to something, where you're stuck. And what I'm feeling for a lot of twins is, of course, they're stuck in old codependent relationships. This card is for twin 1 and twin 2. I know a lot of twin 1s have transitioned out of their old karmic relationships or are in the process of doing that. Or you have to do that, right, twin 1s? But a lot of the twin 2s are still kind of stuck in their karmic relationships. And I feel like that's been a big issue. What I'm seeing from the cards is it seems like that issue is going to be like taken head on now for the rest of this year. If it's not a codependent relationship, it could be some other form of addiction, or just your fears in general. What fears are stopping you from moving forward? The next card is the one to the left of the Temptation card. And this is where twin flame unions are, what's working positively in them. And we have the Eight of Arrows. This is really good to see here, okay? It means that you are overcoming your fears and your blocks. The Eight of Arrows is about feeling stuck, feeling imprisoned. But really, the only limitation that you have is those things that are limiting you in your mind. So, since we have this card, which is normally seen as kind of a negative card, in this position of being positive, we're kind of taking the reverse meaning, which is that your blocks are going to be removed. The obstacles will be removed. You are going to overcome your fears and you're going to be able to move forward. The card to the right represents what is not so great about twin flame unions at the moment. Remember, these three cards at the top are for both twin 1 and twin 2. And so here we have the 10 of staves. So there's going to be quite a few obstacles coming up in the next 3 months. And it does look like a lot of fears are going to be confronted. And of course, that's going to be challenging. It's going to take a lot of dedication and a lot of strength. It's like a time to really get that bottom of the barrel energy going. Don't give up now, and tens are the culminations. Tens are that new beginning coming, but we have to get through the challenges of the next 3 months. All right, so now I'm going to talk about the cards on the left, and these are representing the energy of twin number 1. Now remember, I talked about this in my eclipse video, that the energy of twin 1 and twin 2 are very much intertwined now. And it's very difficult to tell the energy of one from the other. So take whichever side resonates with you. Traditionally, twin 1 is the feminine, twin 2 is the masculine. But for a while now, that really hasn't resonated with me. So just take what you feel is applicable to you. So for twin number 1, how you're feeling about your union is the 9 of staves. All right, so you're in defensive posture. Ready for battle. Okay, not going to make the first move, but you're ready. You're prepared. It's like you're ready to spring at attention, at the least provocation. So for the challenges that are coming your way, I feel like most of you are prepared to challenge, to fight. Like you're not going to give up now. And this was the same card that I had that came up in the other reading, actually. The eclipse reading that there's no sound now. This card came up for twin number 1. And this was the one that made me cry, in case you don't know, because I was saying twin number 1, like you just feel so tired and don't know why you're doing this journey anymore. So there's that energy here too. But I know that none of you are going to give up now. You may think, why am I doing this? But in your heart, you know the answer to that. So this is, you are tired, you are exhausted, but battling on. The Four of Coins is representing how Twin 1 is feeling about Twin 2 right now. So Twin 1, you're kind of like, okay, I'm here. I've done all this work. I've built this strong foundation here. I've worked on myself relentlessly. I'm getting on my life's purpose. I'm getting on my soul mission. And now I'm just going to wait here. Well, okay, I don't want to use that word, wait here. You're more like, I'll be here when you sort yourself out. And you can see Twin 2 in the background there, looking longingly at Twin number 1. So these are good cards. They work together. You've done a lot of fighting, and you've achieved some measure of success. You've got the foundation. Many of you are also building that financial foundation as well. That will be needed. If you haven't seen abundance coming for you yet, I feel abundance will be coming to you soon, especially if you're getting on your life's purpose. But there is one kind of warning, I would say, with the 9 of staves and the 4 of coins here. And that is, for some of you, are you putting a wall up? The 9 of staves can represent being in like a defensive posture, wanting to protect yourself. Same with 4 of coins. This can be holding your energy too tightly, closing yourself off, not wanting to open up to anybody, not trusting people, being jealous or being worried. So make sure that that isn't your energy. That's not what you want to be expressing here, because that will block the energy. If that's how you're feeling, that's just a sign that you still need some healing. Which brings me to the 4 of arrows. This is in the position of what Twin 1 could do to help the situation with the union. So needing to go within, Twin number 1. Needing to go within, connect with your higher self. Listen to the messages. I'm feeling a lot of inward energy with this. Meditating, being quiet, and really getting enough rest, because we see from the cards that the next 3 months could be very challenging. So make sure you get rest where you can. And allow the healing to take place. The healing is not done by any means. It's an ongoing process. So the more that you can get in tune and surrender, the more healing you're going to allow to occur. And then we have the 6 of staves. This is what Twin 1 could do to help the union. And it's seeing yourself already victorious. The weekly reading that I did this week, we actually had the 4 of coins and the 6 of staves come up in that reading. Finding your courage to go on, knowing that you've already achieved success. There's really nothing to worry about. Being the hero and being a leader, staying positive, of course. I have to tell you to keep your thoughts positive at least once during every reading. Now, over for twin number 2, we have for how they're feeling in regards to union, 10 of Cups. So they're very much feeling inspired about union. Perhaps recognizing that union really holds the promise of fulfillment on many levels, both personal fulfillment and as far as sharing love with others, sharing love with the world, and finding gratitude and being happy in the place that you're at. I'm feeling that they're ready to open up and they want that now. They might not be sure how to do that, but they're feeling ready to move forward in some respect, is what I'm getting from this card. To be more open, to do the work on themselves. And that's showing in the 7 of Staves, which is how they're feeling about twin number 1. So they're ready to fight dragons for you. Those dragons being twin number 2's fears. Seems like they weren't sure before about all this, but they're becoming sure and ready to fight hard, I think, to get to union. And it will be challenging. There's a lot of both inner and outer challenges ahead for you, twin 2. Conquering yourself first so that you can conquer the outer world. Maybe I'm not giving twin 2 enough credit though, because I feel like they really have done a lot of work this year as well on conquering their inner fears. It's interesting that both twin 1 and twin 2 have cards where they're battling something. Then for the card that represents what twin 2 you could be doing that's hurting your union in some way, 9 of Arrows. All right, so this is again feeling lost, feeling anxiety, feeling all your fears. So the message from Spirit here would be to let go of some of that negative thinking. This card is often about blowing things out of proportion, especially in the middle of the night when you can't sleep and you're just lying in bed and your mind is spinning things out of control. And they look a lot bigger and nastier in the dark. But it's nothing that you can't handle. All right, and then the last card is what Twin 2 could do to help the union advance, and that's magic. So knowing that they really have a lot more power than they're seeing themselves at, that they have everything they need to move forward, they can overcome any challenge that's put up against them. Seeing kind of the magical being that you are. I don't think enough Twin 2s are giving themselves credit, or maybe they're just beginning to see and understand the full power that they have as far as manifestation goes. So taking responsibility is a very important step here. And part of reaching mastery is seeing that you are the one that's in control of your life. Also, Twin 2, what I'm feeling, they want change, but they're not sure how to get there. They need to take some kind of action. This is manifesting with the masculine energy. The last few readings I've had the High Priestess, that's the feminine energy. The Magician or the Alchemist is being willing to take action and seeing their own power, using the force of your will to move ahead. Basically, if you sit around thinking 9 of Arrows thoughts, if you're in that energy, you're not going to move forward. You're going to be too afraid. This is overcoming your fears and taking action. You can't just sit back and wait any longer. And this is a 1 card, so new beginning. All right, so the outcome card. 3 of Staves. So the next 3 months is going to be a period of watching, waiting. The energy has been put out there. The seeds have been sown. Definitely by Twin 1, but Twin 2 is setting their intentions here too. And so it's just a matter of waiting for everything to come together. But both of you are working on this together, whether you realize it or not. It's kind of interesting that Twin 1 has a card where they're supposed to be sleeping, and Twin 2's is not being able to sleep. And they have that in the same position. Both of you need rest. The 3 of Wands is also expansion energy. So this is both twins pushing out beyond their limitations. And that's really what this reading is about. Pushing past your limitations, your blocks, your fears. It's all going to go over the next 3 months. The karma's done. You don't need to worry about that anymore. Now, for twin one, I feel it's more of maintaining your energy throughout this and staying positive, taking care of yourself. For twin two, this is really your time to shine. This is your time to show what you're made out of. I think the roles are a little bit reversed. So for so long, twin two was kind of sitting back, not really doing much. Twin one was doing a lot of work, but now we see it being transferred. And twin one is more able to sit back, although some of you also have fears and codependencies and things to overcome still. But twin two is going to be putting more of an effort forth, taking their control and their power back. This ties into pretty much what I've been feeling. I know a while ago I said that the energies coming up were not going to be that easy because there was still things that needed to be overcome, and that many twins were in situations that were very challenging. And it wasn't going to be so easy to get out of these situations. And then also with the Jupiter moving into Libra. Now, that is going to be a very positive and helpful transit, but I think that the first, here it's saying 3 months at least, but maybe a little bit longer, that's going to be challenging because it's going to show you where your relationships that you currently have are bad. People want to move towards divine partnerships, but you have to kind of acknowledge in your own relationship what's not working. Too many people kind of have their heads buried in the sand, pretending that their relationship is great when it's not. And this is going to start coming to light. And so there'll be a shuffle within relationships. And that usually means that there's some party that is not going to be happy. Or, the old has to go now to make way for the new. All right, so the Ascended Masters card. Twin number one has Lou with the message persistence, which seems very appropriate. And Lou's message is your persistent action and positive thinking is manifesting your dream into form. It's time for you to stay persistent. Give discouragement to Lou and the angels who will buoy your faith and give you signs of your progress. You're almost there, so keep going. Persistent pays off. Stick with it. Additional meanings. Overcome procrastination tendencies and take action today. Stick to your priorities and promises. Chip away at your dreams and desires with daily action steps. Stay positive and visualize your dreams as already manifested. Commit to your dreams for the long haul. All right, so don't give up now, twin number one. Thinking of that 9 of Staves card. You can do it. The 10 of Staves actually too, showing some heavy burdens possibly coming up over the next 3 months. But you totally got this. There's no way any of you are going to give up now. I know that. and take action. Take action towards your dreams. And I hope your dreams are not just reuniting with your twin. I hope that you have bigger dreams, dreams about your life's purpose that you're going to start putting into action if you haven't already, taking action steps. Keep preparing your foundation. Twin number 2's message is choose peace, Yogananda. In this situation, choose the path of peace. As you think about your various options and possible outcomes, which brings the greatest feeling of peace to your body and mind? This is your answer. Listen to your heart's truth. There is always a peaceful alternative to conflict. Your peacefulness elevates your energy and helps you to manifest your desires. Meditate and do yoga as a way of attaining inner peace. All right, there's several messages here for you, twin number 2. Okay, the first one is, I'm hearing some of you say, how do I know I'm doing the right thing? Especially if I'm torn between two people, the relationship that I'm in now and, a possible relationship. And maybe I don't even know what that future possible relationship looks like. At least where I am, I know what's expected of me and what's going on. But Yogananda's answer is feel within your body for the answer. What brings you peace? If you're in a karmic situation, then the thought of staying there is not going to bring you peace. It's going to bring up the anxiety and the 9 of arrows and the 8 of arrows. So that's a way for you to know what your path is. Listen to your heart's truth. You know the answer in your heart of what you need to do. All right, there's always a peaceful alternative to conflict. Sometimes we create conflict in our heads. So I talk to a lot of twins, and I've talked to a lot of twins that have gotten out of karmic situations or soulmate relationships. And at first they were worried and scared about what was going to happen. But they found that when they began taking action, that spirit really supported them, and the relationships just kind of fell away. There was not a lot of conflict between the partners, that they worked together. And many of these twins that have already separated themselves from their karmic partners are really developing a new template of relating to the old partner. Many of them have children together, and they've both committed to working together, keeping their connection healthy for the sake of their children. And it's really beautiful to see. So if twin number 2 is feeling some issues around that, in particular, don't create that. Remember, you're the magician. You create your destiny. So if you're getting worked up with fears around that, you could be creating that. So see it differently. See everything working out very peacefully and in agreement and with everyone being happy. And that's what you'll create. I'm also feeling for some twins, number 2s, needing to create peace within themselves. This is for the quote-unquote runners that maybe are afraid of facing themselves. Okay, it's time for you to face yourself, face your demons, and find your own inner peace. And you can do that. You've healed enough now. And of course, being in a place of peace helps you manifest, helps you stay positive, helps you stay balanced. All right, thank you so much. I was trying to make this short, but again, I've talked a lot. Um, but it looks like some interesting next few months ahead of us. Again, if you'd like a personal reading with me, you can visit me at twinstrology.com. I love you, and I will talk to you soon.